I want to welcome everyone to the Crypto Kingdom. Also, welcome to Bitcoin Spike. Guys, we have another Bitcoin Spike. What great news. Really excited today, guys. We are currently sitting at the beautiful, beautiful price of 42,733. Guys, to be exact, we have accomplished an incredible rise in price. We're really excited about all the money that you guys are making, the trades that you're booking. It's really, really exciting to be a part of the community. We welcome all the VIP members, top level of membership. You guys know that is, guys, that's just where all the action is at. You guys are in the back rooms, and those of you who are working hard, have your own businesses, we just are glad to be able to kind of accommodate if we can. So in terms of the price action, guys, the big breakthrough today is we broke through, guys, on the hourly chart, guys, and I think on the majority of the charts, we have broken through this diagonal resistance line. What a great thing, guys. A huge move, guys. Very, very exciting. In terms of that, guys, we have gone to the daily, we've gone to the hourly. I started using the 4 hourly a bit today just to kind of hone in on something we could really focus on in terms of the price action and everything being able to fit on the screen, because it's a big price action. You guys know that if you have multiple monitors, etc., you're definitely able to see that. But guys, just looking at this move, just a beautiful move. And we talked about some different levels of confirmation and kind of some different hurdles. Guys, I think the only residual hurdle that we have, I think this is good news, guys, is this intermediary pre-existing this high right in here, okay, in terms of this bull flag formation that we tried to form. Guys, I think we have broken up out of that. The question is, on the smaller time frames, you're going to find micro confirmations. You're going to find that as we look in at the different time frames, guys. That, for instance, if you go down to the minute, you'll see, exactly kind of how this confirmation looks right now, okay? You'll see that exactly how that looks in terms of the extreme detail that provides. In terms of the hourly, you'll get a real good expression here. Now, look, the intermediary pre-existing high right in this level, right around 42,516. You guys see that? Okay, we have it trajected up. And, guys, we formulated a little bit during the process there. We formulated a little bit of a double top. I want to let you guys know a little bit of a double top. Not too much of a concern as long as we can hold this line. I want you guys to look at this line. Let's go ahead and really buff this line up so you guys can see that. Now, I'm going to tell you there's some variability in terms of the first level of the Fibonacci. Guys, there's a variability in terms of that first, I just say the first level of the extensions. There is variability depending upon whether or not you're using the hourly, using the daily, using the 4 hour, etc. I think right now, it's safe to say that we have broken out above, I guess I'd say this, guys, in terms of all the diagnostics. I've looked at every time frame. What I'm most comfortable with right now is looking at this intermediary high. Okay, this is going to be the crucial pivot point as we look at, this retracement here. And let's just look at the overall move today, guys. We're up currently 4.23%. Guys, phenomenal move. And let's talk about what did it again, guys. A 5% move to the upside. Very, very nice. Now, on different time frames, again, we're kind of caught between different time frames. Different time frames are going to give you a different formulation, okay, in terms of the patterns, in terms of like your breakout targets, etc. We work on the very, very small time frames. You guys know that. So in terms of this, guys, what was it again? It looked like an ascending triangle once again. I've been talking about that, guys. All we need to really look at, if you guys are looking at that strategy, I want you guys to focus on one thing. Focus as much as you can on finding 2 points that, guys, the more in line they are laterally, the more horizontal they are. And on different time frames, you'll see this. The more horizontal that they are, guys, the better the formation is. I'm going to say that the more it is in conformance. Okay, we want this top line to be completely straight across. It's going to be crucial, guys. And on different time frames, you'll see that. Now, the next thing, guys, is a real quick indicator that you're going to see, an indication that something's going on. Look for the higher lows. Look for those higher lows when you're looking at price action, when you're looking to enter into a trade. Guys, look for those higher lows. You'll see, for example, in the preceding price action in this area, we had lower lows the entirety of the time, right? Not a good place to enter into a trade specifically. For instance, in this point right here, I want to just point this out. Now, different time frames tell a different story. Look what we have. We have higher lows, okay? So always looking for those higher lows, looking for a great point of entry. And currently, guys, the price, again, just to review, 42,600, okay, 42,600, thereabouts. We are just, the good news is we broke this diagonal line. That's a huge move. Now, you guys know Bitcoin sometimes likes to consolidate for a while. It likes to push, it likes to grind in terms of this. I would expect that hopefully not to occur, okay, hopefully not to occur. As we look at like something we could expect, I would look at, maybe some move kind of like this in this area. Maybe some move like in this. something to where it's kind of an abbreviated action in terms of the overall price function, in terms of like how long it's willing to spend at this time. I'd like to see some movement quickly, and I certainly would like, guys, we need to hold this line. This line needs to hold. We need to use this former line of resistance as support. That's what's going on right now, that dynamic where you want the former resistance, okay, on the way up, this level of 42,000, about 42,000, guys, 500. We want that previous resistance to form a line of support. We want to move to the upside. This will be the confirmation. This will be the big guns, okay? The big guns will start blaring right in here in terms of people really entering in. And guys, the potential move on this is really a phenomenal move. So I look forward to seeing this work out. Hopefully everything thus far has worked out. We have maintained the bullish stance, and I'm very excited because we did, guys. You guys remember, I was talking, it was probably 3 or 4 days ago, and I was talking about this kind of wedge formation that was coming up, and I reviewed it today, and I was just saying, you guys watch it, right? I did believe that we had the power to pull through this, to push through. So I reviewed that tape today. And I think that's just real critical in terms of that. We haven't lost the bullish sentiment whatsoever. In fact, it's increased in terms of our looking at the price function, guys. It's just been phenomenal. So we can kind of, I'd say we can kind of, take a step back here for a moment, look at the bull flag formation. We call, guys, we said we wanted that from the get-go. So it's nice to see things just line themselves out as we've broken through that diagonal, again, from the top of 64.86310 to that next intermediary high. And let's just review that real quickly. Where does that line come from, guys? That's the resistance, okay, from the top of the 64.86310 down to that intermediary high of about 60,000, guys. So that those two pivots formulate this, this trend line, which has been respected, guys, with a direct hit earlier on. You guys know that just a few days ago. We have powered back up and through that. It's just an exciting time, guys. This is a big breakthrough for Bitcoin. I'm very excited about being able to present this information, particularly, guys. I kind of went on the line. If you guys weren't paying attention or you weren't watching that portion of the stream, it was a few days ago. I just felt like we had the momentum, guys, in terms of powering through. I said, just watch it. I really feel like we can do that. Like this formation could do that. We have done it. So that's exciting news in terms of that. And you guys know, just plugging into the technicals, etc. in this area, just saying it's a good time to buy Bitcoin. So I'm glad that has worked out, guys. It's just phenomenal. As you guys tune into this station and get your information from a variety of sources, we're just very pleased to have you here. We really appreciate you very much, and we're trying to put together kind of a professional environment a little bit for the individuals here as much as possible. We do have individual memberships. You guys know that in the VIP, and that's made up of everything from blue collar to white collar. But guys, we just want to beat the market, and I'm telling you the truth. And we have everything from investment bankers, JP Morgan, BlackRock, to guys just we have full-time day traders who were in whichever profession it may have been, but they just want to beat the market. So that's what we're constantly looking at, that level of specificity with technical analysis. And it just can't be, you guys know these micro moves, guys. Just to review, we hit into an ascending triangle. Look how brief this was at the bottom, under $30,000. Just look at the formation. We had an hour, guys, to plug into this move. So it's, I do know Michael Saylor. He has the company called MicroStrategy. I'll just tell you, I assume, and I really don't know, I haven't really investigated on, certainly not from the inside, but just in terms of reading about it, if MicroStrategy applies to things like this, I can see completely why he's calling his company MicroStrategy. We are on the micro levels frequently looking for these breakouts, guys. You guys know we have the Twitter account, the Bitcoin spike. We want to catch the spikes. I'm going to tell you that's where the price action is, not only in Bitcoin, but it is kind of, I'm going to tell you guys, it's operating as a consistent kind of market leader right now, not just in terms of its ability to lead the other coins, but guys, it's just really had phenomenal price action. So we're excited to be able to bring this information to you guys. It's been phenomenal. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm glad it's attracting additional attention amongst the traders, amongst you all. And as we break through this line, this diagonal line, guys, again, from the top, okay, just to review, from the top, 64.86310 down to that 60,000, that next pivot, intermediate pivot, along the line of retracement, guys, we've just regained so much in terms of pricing. Let's go ahead and measure that real quickly. Let's go ahead and measure, how many days has it been? What's been the overall? Guys, we're up at 45% now in 16 days, okay, so that's about half a month. That's say 2 weeks, right? In 2 weeks, we're up 45%. That is just phenomenal price action. We're very excited for all of you booking trades, for those of you who have holdings that have recovered or who have initiated gains to the tune of like at 45%, guys, in a couple of weeks. Phenomenal. Now, I want to talk about one other thing which I don't want to gloss over at all, and I want to make sure it's covered, whether or not you covered here or somewhere else, or you're covering it by yourself with your materials. This specific line right here, guys, this kind of traded line I have right here, it does show a differential in terms of what I would designate as a double bottom. Okay, this double bottom has the potential to set the foundation, to set the floor permanently, guys, potentially permanently, okay, for Bitcoin. So this is something I've been looking at. I sent out a tweet or post earlier on today. I said we are looking at reinforcing that double bottom, and guys, I sent that out, and then bam, we just rocked it through. So I was very excited about that because I'm one person that will never apologize about the technicals, never apologize about if the technicals indicate a specific approach, I'm going to state it, guys. I may go through a follow through and let you guys know where those technicals come from. If it's the New York Institute of Finance, or if it's what is the resource I'm using. I always want to provide you guys with that information so that it's an educated decision. So it's an educated framework that you're relying on. It's not a Google. It's not I heard it from this. No, I want to bring you guys the best technicals possible because I know your money matters and I know that your trades matter not only on Bitcoin but on all your coins, guys. I want to shout out to the VIP. That I think there was a 2x this morning. Very, very nice. Was it ACH, guys? Beautiful. The price action was insane. So congratulations to you VIPs. Very, very nice. I think it went from it just doubled in a period of like an hour or two. So very nice. I brought that to the group this morning. Hats off, everybody, literally. But you guys know that I brought that literally to the group this morning. It was about 8 cents. It popped up to about 20 cents, literally from 8 cents to 20 cents, I think, in probably 2.5 hours. So way to go, VIP in the back. That's part of the membership benefits, guys. Just being back there and being able to engage in different trades. I know that's a coin I believe that Lars, I want to shout out to Lars, definitely that she traded beforehand. She traded today again, and I think I don't know how much the 2x plus that she booked, but that's just exciting. That's our group. We just like price action. So if we can find it to the tune of 2x on something that's really moving, we're excited about it. In terms of the entirety of Bitcoin, again, guys, in the last 15 days, we're up 45%. That's price action. That's real price action with a lot more stability, and I'll say underpinning that we can look at, accomplishing larger positions in the market. So as you guys look at the entirety of your holdings, you may have some sort of a diversification that you look at. You may have some sort of a protocol or strategy. We just want to, I want Bitcoin to be a part of it, guys. And as you buy the dips, and as you look at your breakouts to add additional positions there, I just want to be a part of that, and I'm so glad that we are a part of that. So congratulations to everybody who has been trading. I would say the top line potential, we measure this out in terms of if this chooses to operate as a bull flag, guys, the target on the upside is phenomenal, guys. It is just phenomenal. Let's go ahead and look at this. If we are to produce a bull flag, guys, I'm just going to tell you, flags fly at half mast. You guys understand that, right? So we would be looking at something, okay, we're looking at something about 54,182. That can be accomplished, guys. We have the momentum. We're getting the surprise moves, and not a surprise if we look at the technicals, guys. Now, we're currently, before we get there, we're currently in a confirmation phase. We're currently in a phase where we want to confirm the previous resistance as support. It looks like that is holding thus far. I want to talk about that, guys. As we zoom in here, this line of resistance, now essentially the point at which it could not move up above, at this point, guys, at this point along the line of this diagonal resistance, you guys know there's this effect of the diagonal coming from the 64.86310 down to that intermediary pre-existing 60,000 pivot, correct? Yes. And that's that line. It operates in terms of the lateral or the diagonal in terms of the resistance. Also, we have the vertical. We have this vertical line also outside of the dynamics of the diagonal resistance. We have this vertical move here operating much like an extension. And in fact, this was a hit along that extension, the first level of the extension on the macro. So as we look at conquering this previous intermittent high, guys, we've done the first part. I talked about a double hurdle yesterday, right? First of all was this diagonal, correct? Second of all was this vertical, okay? And the vertical, I'm going to tell you, on different time frames, you've already conquered it. It looks like it may be trying to use this as a level of support now. So that would be crucial. It'd be something we might expect, not typically necessarily typical of a bull flag, not necessarily. Now Bitcoin is known to surprise. It's known to kind of slow down. The price action will consolidate. It likes to provide us time in terms of being traders with the ability to do other things. Like literally, it actually has a nice flow to it. So that's one thing you can expect if you're new to trading Bitcoin. It does have that element, but I'll say it also develops an element of surprise. You'll get comfortable. You'll get in line with, well, it's just consolidating right now. The next thing, bam. And guys, the people that are hitting those moves are the guys who are plugged in to the lower time frames. You guys know that. In terms of that, a review is just it's a nice ascending triangle here that's indicated. Okay, a little bit of variability, but these higher lows that came into play, guys. This is what we look for. These pay, guys. I'm going to tell you, they really trade well. We have a bit of a variability there, but we do have solid lines in terms of that top level formation, that line of resistance to go from. So if you're wondering why is it going up, what is happening? Yeah, it's that it's those ascending triangles, guys. It's just showing that the buyers are there, and you have to think about it. Someone has to reinforce a higher low, guys. Someone has to reinforce it, not only upon the initiation of it, I'm going to say, but there has to be buying pressure to push this up. Okay, to enter the market at a higher level, there has to be buying pressure. So that's when we say, like, the buyers are in control. The buyers are there. We're working Fibonacci's, we're slamming in, and then after that line is established, we need to jump in again and reestablish this line and confirm that line. Okay, so once that trend line between 2 points has been established, the buyers are in control, the buyers are there to go ahead and jump in. Now, the sophisticated traders, guys, the people who trade a lot, they're going to notice any two markings wherein there are buyers and it's a higher low. At any point in time, guys, they're going to start drawing out and wondering if they have an ascending triangle. That's just it's very textbook, guys, in terms of looking for a higher low, expressing positive buying action, guys, bullish activity. So it is something, as we see a little bit of action there in terms of this trying to use this previous resistance as support. I would say we have a double top here. I'm not horribly concerned about it. I want to see how this plays out. People may want to try and formulate some sort of a wedge out of this portion here, if they want to, guys, because these trade frequently, guys. They are very I'd say, in terms of the people who trade, it just happens quite a bit. If we do turn this into a rising wedge, I want to just talk about this real quickly. If we turn this into a rising wedge, essentially that's going to be a bearish pattern. However, guys, we formulated within that rising wedge, we formulated an ascending triangle. That's very bullish. It was bullish enough, guys, to traject us up over these previous points here, this trend line here. We have broken out up above this rising wedge, correct? And we're trying to use that previous trend line also. And this is, guys, is a confluent. I'd say a confluent. What would you say? A confluent or an overlapping of a confirmation, both on at the point of the previous. Listen, okay, the previous high, this previous point of resistance, right? And also we have on this trend line, which was a previous line of resistance on the wedge, which is now trying to turn into a level of support. So we have a double confirmation going on right now, which is a little bit, I'd say it's as sophisticated as we probably need to get, right? We have a double confirmation going on after a breakout of a diagonal resistance line. We're very excited. So what would we look at in terms of the overall market position right now? We would look at maybe your risk of exposure if this confirmation wants to kind of toy around with you, right? So we definitely have like stop losses in place. We definitely have some predictive and protective measures. You guys know, as we're looking at a double confirmation both laterally and I'd say after accomplishing this the macro in terms of the all-time high on down, guys, you see this macro confirmation coming in, that trend line from the 64.86310 down to that 60,000. Those 2 points, guys, have extended down and have created the hurdle number one. We're now kind of up on top. I'd say we're kind of up on top trying to confirm, use these prior resistances. I'm going to say, or prior resistance actually in both cases, guys, because we could not move above at this point in time. And I'm going to say on the lateral, guys, on the horizontal, we could not move up above this point here, previous resistance. Now, in terms of breaking out of this wedge formation, we could not move up above this line once and then twice. Okay, so that's an indicated, dual indicated. There's one indication right here, resistance. There's another indication right here and right here of resistance. This is the wedge. This is the lateral line. So in terms of that, we have broken through this diagonal. We've broken through that diagonal. Now that's from the top, correct? Yes. So we've broken out of there. That's kind of step one. Now step two is very interesting because we have a double confirmation ongoing. We have both the lateral or this horizontal line of the previous high, and then we have the intermittent high. Then we have the breakout of the wedge accomplished by the the ascending triangle, guys, internal ascending triangle, which has thrust us out above, over and above the but two things, guys, the lateral line and this ascending wedge. So we're both on this lateral line and we're on this ascending wedge. So it's not that complicated, but you do have to understand your patterns and you do have to understand kind of the market nuances in terms of trading. So we're very excited about that. In terms of the overall move, I want to bring up, and we'll try and keep this short today, but I do want to bring up the entirety of the possibility of this move, guys. It has some implications. I just want to bring that up. As you look at the entirety of this portion in here, okay, we talked about reinforcing this double bottom, okay, this double bottom on the hourly. I'm going to reinforce on the hourly chart. This double bottom looks like a strong formation. It's textbook. It looks like a very strong formation. We're excited about this, okay, guys. I'm very excited about this. I sent out the tweet, the post saying, I'd like to see this reinforced before the move, guys, before the move. We sent that out, and then bam, we got a great move to the upside. And someone said, well, it looks like this is aged well. Like in an hour, it's aged well. In crypto market, that's maybe a long time. So we're excited. We appreciate that feedback from you. So this double bottom, guys, is just a really exciting feature that can set the basic and set the foundation, okay, of the entirety of the retracement of Bitcoin. You guys know it's been kind of a wild ride. Volatility, we're known for volatility. You guys understand that in terms of Bitcoin. The big story of the day really is breaking this diagonal line. You guys know that, breaking through that diagonal line. We can keep these formations up. I think that rising wedge is implicated in terms of the breakout. Absolutely. Also, this horizontal line there. I'll erase this horizontal line there to try and keep things, I'd say clearer as possible. And it really puts us beyond the zone of looking at extensions right now. If you look at the confluence in terms of, and a small move up there, as we look at the confluence in terms of the this horizontal line of resistance and this, I'd say this angulated, this wedge, we're looking at a double confirmation, just an impact zone right here. And in fact, I will go ahead and highlight this to the best of my ability. Let me go ahead and find the ellipse. I'm just going to point this out because we do have like this pattern right here. That's number one. Then we have, I'll just say, let me go ahead and really reinforce these lines here so you can understand what is going on in terms of it's just an exciting moment. There's a lot technically going on as we look at reinforcing positions, or you look at adding to your positions. You now can clearly see the previous high, correct? Yes, you can see the previous existing high. The circle essentially takes care of that. That's one of the measures that we're currently trying to push out above, right? I'll drop that down a little bit just to kind of show you. That's what we're trying. We have pushed out above that. We're trying to confirm along that line and move to the upside. Also, the next major portion here, this ascending triangle, we have gotten up above the previous line of resistance. We're trying to use that now as a confirmation to the upside. So guys, it's very exciting. And as we look at the entirety of it, I want you to understand like the idea of a cup and handle. You guys understand that the whole idea of a cup and handle. We could also on the hourly, I could clearly say that this is like almost a very clearly indicated channel formation, particularly if we go to the candles, guys. If we go to the candles, you're going to be looking at, multiple hits, 1, 2, 3 hits along this level. It's going to be indicated in this zone, and in this zone. So 1, 2, 3 hit, guys. And in terms of the channel breakout, which we have achieved right now, guys, the channel breakout, we're going to have an expectation in line with that channel. I want you guys to know that, okay? Whether or not you view it as a cup and handle or whether or not you view it as a channel breakout, guys, if we were to just establish this channel just like this, guys, if we were to establish this, guys, we're looking for a measured move in line with that. So whether or not you view this as a cup and handle or a channel, guys, it's going to be very simple that we would hope to achieve this on the upside. So we're really excited about that potential. And it may give you a little bit greater if you're looking for a better price target to the upside, guys. It may give you even up to 55,345. Now that's all systems go, everything assumed great, and we are moving up to the upside from this confirmation. So that would be a hefty price, guys. That would be really, really nice. We'd look forward to that as we if we were looking at $55,000 Bitcoin, we'd all be excited. Your alts will do well, everything will do well, and crypto market will be back. Whoever didn't buy during this time will definitely be looking at the fact they wish they had bought. So congratulations to you guys. You're plugged in, you're tuned in, and it's just exciting that we're experiencing this much positive price action. If we can get up to, let's just measure this out. If we can get the first target, guys, if we can get up to 54,000, guys, in and around there, we're looking at another 27% gain. If we can get up to 55, we're looking at a 30% gain. You see how significant the gains are thus far that we have already made. If we're looking at adding an additional, just think of this, guys, how important the lower prices are. If we're adding an additional 25 to 30% to get back to 55, guys, you've already experienced 45% in the last number of days. So that's the guys, you see how important the lower prices are. You see how important it is gathering that price, doubling and tripling down, and getting your exposure at the lower levels. Do you see how that functions? We're up 45% in this block. In the next block above, the same measured move, guys, 45%, the same measured move above becomes 30%. So yeah, it takes more movement vertically to achieve the same results. So that's really crucial, guys, as we look at that. So just in terms of a quick review, guys, I wanted to come live because we talked about increasing positions, et cetera, earlier. We talked about the multiple hurdles, and we did run into a little bit of a double top. Not a big deal, especially as we're looking at just reconfirming. It's just a small nuanced double top. We're really going to be watching this with the micro, guys. And I'm not overly concerned with this double top. I'm really not concerned with it. I want to see a movement to the upside. We are seeing some express, I'd say movement thus far. We're in the right direction. It is confirming exactly where we said yesterday that we wanted to see that occur. So this is the hurdle too that we're up above. And guys, it's just nice. I don't know that any questions kind of remain in terms of like the positive nature of where we are, etc. I'm just really excited to have you guys here. I want you guys to go after it, get in the back rooms. I will just leave you guys with just big salute and congratulations to everybody. I want to shout out to our overseas military partners, everybody in Germany, over in Korea, over in etc. All the guys who are VIPs here local in Texas, etc. in the USA. Congratulations and kind of welcome home. I know a lot of people are busy with vacations, etc. And it's just I hope that we've done a good job with the market. When you guys are plugging back in, I hope you say that we've done a good job with the market because it hadn't been easy. We put a lot of work into it, but there's been a lot of work around the horn. You guys have done a great job in the back rooms. The VIP are hitting, and I know you guys are killing it and having fun. That's the whole idea. We have to have fun with this market. So we're looking forward to maybe getting a little more professional. Okay, I'll be getting a little bit more professional if possible, and we'll work on that in the space. I think the space could maybe use a little bit of that with a whole lot of fun mixed in, guys. You know that. So as we move forward, guys, we'll be in the back rooms. If you guys have questions, go ahead and hit those DM chats in the back room. And I think we've covered the majority of this. I'm going to stop here so people can review this and look at the essentials in terms of where we are right now. And we look for some additional positive price action. Right? Let's get that done. And how can we apply? Any way to apply the USDT test to BTC? Yeah, you absolutely can. Contact customer service about any of those rewards beforehand, before you get into the mix with the exchange, with Gate Exchange, etc. Make sure you do that. And that description is that link is in the description. Make sure you use that link so all our data is linked. We're doing a lot of diagnostics, working with doctorate programmers, trying to get the best formulation for you guys to make some money in the market, guys. That's the truth. A lot of meetings going on. The shirt and no tie right now, but guys, we're really hitting it for you guys, trying to bring you the best experience possible. Take care of yourself, you guys. We'll be back more. We'll probably stream later tonight, if that's okay. We'll probably stream later tonight, and look forward to bringing you more positive price action. Keep killing those trades.